1-800-RUNAWAY.
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 National Runaway Switchboard serves youth that are at risk, either at home or on the streets, and that's everyone across the entire country.
Okay, I can look for a shelter in Pittsburgh, or if you give me any cities around there in case nothing there works, we can do that too.
NRS's mission is to help keep runaways and at-risk youth safe. It's our primary concern, our primary goal.
Youth who have run away are dealing with the basics, survival, shelter, food. Do you think your friend will be able to provide for you, keeping themselves ready to keep going?
It would be more important, say, for a youth to call us about the fact that they're being bullied by their big brother now than to call 2 years from now and having been bruised and battered and have been living on the streets for the last 6 months.
National Runaway Switchboard.
We're here to listen. That's our biggest thing.
Oh, really? Well, what's going on?
I've had calls from youth that have been on the streets, and I've had calls from youth that have been at home and just didn't know what to do. We're here to listen no matter what your problem is. It doesn't matter if you think it's serious, if you think it's silly. Our purpose is really for the youth and trying to make them feel comfortable.
We are here to help you meet whatever goals you need that you can work with and you can live with. And so we are here for you.
What type of problems are youth facing nowadays? I would say they're the same problems, faced when I was a youth, family problems. You might not get along well with your sister, your brother, or your mom, or your dad. Also, you have your peer pressures from school. You have, unfortunately, physical abuse, emotional abuse.
Drugs, gangs, self-esteem issues sometimes are at the very base of anything else that comes out.
What's really nice about NRS is we sort of deal with the entire gamut of problems. It's not just runaway youth, or it's not just abused youth. It's whatever your problem is, we're here to deal with it. And don't feel afraid to tell us, because that's what we're here for.
A liner is someone who answers phone calls that come in to the National Runaway Switchboard. National Runaway Switchboard, whether it be a parent or a kid that's in crisis, we're the first person that you talk to when you call.
We try to assist the caller in any way possible. A lot of times, though, we just provide an ear for the caller. So basically somebody that the caller can vent their feelings to.
So, I think it's really cool that you ended up calling here, because I understand it's very easy to get overwhelmed.
I wanted to be a liner specifically for the Runaway Switchboard because its nobility of purpose and its ability to let you interact with somebody who's already started their own process of making a situation better.
It's very important for people to know that there's somebody that they can call. We get calls on all kinds of issues, issues of depression, of suicide.
They can call about peer pressure. They can call about the person who approached them to do drugs at school. They can call about the fact that a friend of theirs is going through an abusive situation and they don't know what to do about it.
That can be an extremely important first line of intervention, where they call a person who is understanding and open and gives them room to talk about whatever their issues are.
And if it doesn't go well, you'll go to your friend's house? Okay.
When I first started with 1-800-RUNAWAY, I sort of saw it as a really large community, and it's very, very inclusive. The kind of calls we get sort of reflects the kind of people we have at the switchboard in the call center. The diversity we have with our liners is the diversity we have with our callers.
We're here all the time. Our doors never close. We're 24 hours. We're confidential.
We have had extensive training and a database with a large number of resources that could help you. The true point is to establish a connection and figure out what's going on and try to figure out why you felt the need to call us.
We have a message relay service where we can take a message from you, and we can deliver it to your parent or parent of your choice.
So what message would you like to leave for your parents?
You can tell them, that you're safe or that you don't want to come home because that this is the reason. It's a way to start communicating with your parents at the very least. If you're not ready to talk with them directly, you can at least leave a message with us.
Okay, so let me make sure I have that right. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry I left home, but I really need to be with Brian right now. Maybe we can talk about it soon, but at a later time.
And then another person at our organization, one of our other liners, will call and deliver the message to the parent that you want it to go to. And then if they want, they can leave another message for you and you can call in and pick up that message. And it starts the lines of communication going.
So, what you told me from what I've written down is, Maria, please come home. We love you, and we miss you. We just want you home.
The message service has that twofold meaning and twofold service, both confidentiality, which is the backbone, and then opening the lines of communication, which really allows for the reconciliation that we would hope occur.
The Home Free program is a program that's in partnership with Greyhound. And basically NRS is able to get youth back home or into a transitional living situation if they're unable to get back home.
The goal is to join the family and to get the child back, but then to also see that that is somehow different and a situation where the youth wouldn't be running away again.
They've seen the streets and they realize it's not what they thought it was going to be, or have been put in situations which are dangerous or otherwise very uncomfortable for them.
You have options. You have the whole world at your fingertips, and you can do anything you want. And an at-risk youth usually never heard that. And that is the most empowering thing you can tell a youth, that there's nothing stopping you from anything. And we are here to help.
First and foremost, we care. We're not here to judge. Each and every call the National Runaway Switchboard receives enlightens us as to what's going on in the world of youth.
National Runaway Switchboard.
I'm here. We're all here. Our job is to take your call. And if you don't feel like calling right now because you're a little nervous or you're a little scared or you're a little freaked out, just you're not ready to talk about it, we'll be here at 2 o'clock in the morning. If you want to call tomorrow morning on your way to school, we'll be here at 7 o'clock in the morning. And we want to listen and we want to talk to you and we want to help you.
Having run away and spent some time in a dire situation on the streets or in fear living on the streets or hungry and without shelter and without a home has really made a lot of difference for me in the way that I feel like I can handle a call.
It isn't just for kids who are runaways. It's a big part of who we help, but we also help people who feel like they might be on the verge of running away. We're here for you too.
Call 1-800-RUNAWAY and you'll know that there's always going to be someone there to listen to you and your needs and your issues.